60 years ago, I stood right at that edge. I was so afraid. My 6-year-old heart was beating so fast, I thought it was going to rip out of my chest. I wanted to really make my grandfather happy. Now, he spent the whole week training me how to cast out my line when we were in the backyard. He tied a little sinkers to it, and then had me go for it. And every day, I'm casting out my line till one day we were at the fishing spot. When we were at the fishing spot, I wanted to make a great impression. We were the only ones there. We got there early. Grandfather said, let's get there early before all the big loud talkers scare away the fish. And that's exactly what we did. We got there early. It was just him and I. He handed me my fishing rod. Here you go, boy. Here's your fishing rod. Thank you, grandfather. Now, I want you to do it just like we worked on it. You do it just the way we did it. Take your time. You're going to cast it out, and you're going to rip it as hard as you can. And that's exactly what I did. But he always cautioned me, make sure, because unlike the yard, we didn't have hooks on it. Now you have a hook on the end of your line. You don't want to hook anyone. So check before you cast it out. And that's what I did. But I wanted to be really sure, so I looked to my right and I looked to my left, even though I was going to cast from my left. And once I knew it was clear because there was no one there, threw out my line. And as soon as my line hit the water, I turned to my grandfather and he said, now we wait. And we waited. And we waited. And we waited some more. Finally, I'm getting really disappointed and nothing's happening. And I looked at him, he said, grandson, fishing is a waiting game. We just gotta wait. And we did wait. And finally, the line tugged. Something tugged at the line. Said, grandfather, he said, oh, you got one, boy. Take your time. Take your time. Don't panic. Don't panic. So you really mean, show him, do it like I showed you. Pull it. Come on now. You got it. Pull it. You got it, son. You got it. Come on. Keep going. There you go. Don't let him get away. You got him. Oh, boy, you got your first one. Yeah, you got him. Just there you go. And I kept reeling him, and the fish broke through the water. And he said, you got him. You did it. And he grabbed the line, he wrapped around his hand, he said, let me get him on the bank. Let me get him up here. Pulled the fish up. He said, oh, man, it's a nice size, but it wasn't really that big. Maybe a little bit bigger than my hand it is now. But I was happy. For a 6-year-old catching his first fish, that big, I was extremely happy. He said, you did a great job, grandson. You did it. You caught your first fish. And as he was working the hook out of the fish's mouth, there was a little bit of blood on the fish's lips or his mouth and a little bit of blood on my grandfather's finger. But the fish was flapping and flapping and flapping. And before he put him in the bucket, I said, what's wrong with him, grandfather? He said, what do you mean what's wrong? I said, why is he doing like that? He said, as he threw the fish into the metal bucket, he said, he's dying, son. I said, why is he dying, grandfather? He said, because fish need water to live. He can't live without water. That's why we came here to get it, to fish, to catch them. And my grandfather walked up right to that spot right there, climbed up, and jumped in. Ugh. I was froze with fear. Ugh. And then I heard slapping against the metal bucket, the fish. And I looked down and I grabbed him up and I ran to the edge of that edge that I want to go to now, and I threw the fish in, and he just landed on the water, not too far from where my grandfather had surfaced 3 times, and on the third time he didn't come back up, and not too far from where he went down, I threw the fish, and the fish finally stopped flapping again, and then he took off. I couldn't save my grandfather, but I saved that fish. And I looked around, and the next thought I had, how am I going to get home?